Picture of Kelso, the man who has been helped off the field, and we mentioned the big interception in that victory over Houston last week. He appears to be all right. That's good news.
See Cornelius Bennett give Jim Kelly a hey, go get him now smack as he came on the field. Ball at the 29. A chance for Buffalo to tie. Dumps it off to Ronnie Harmon. And Harmon is to the 26-yard line. Couldn't get out of bounds. Wilcox made the tackle. Buffalo has 3 timeouts. Now down to 2. Kelly slides into the 21. That'll be 2 yards shy of a first down with 31 seconds to go in the half. Kelso being walked off. We have a timeout. Marv Levy, who attended Coe College, later coached there in Iowa. Sam White's an overachiever. Quarterback at Furman. Played many years in the NFL as a backup.
Levy with a traditional and conservative approach to the game, but he sure shook that last week. He had numbers like Weiss had, and Weiss was running the football 47 times.
3rd down and 2. The injury to Kelso was an ankle. We'll give you the details later when we hear official word. He needs 2 for a first down and can't hit Trumaine Johnson, who was open. He had both Reed and Johnson in the same line, with Andre Reed shallow and Johnson deep to the sidelines. Here comes Scott Norwood, who missed from 43 yards. This one will be shorter, about 39. John Kidd, the punter, will spot it. And Norwood, who was solid all season, hits it cleanly. 14-10. An important 3-pointer for Buffalo when it appeared that Cincinnati would have a chance to add to a 14-7 lead. The interception by Kelso leads to 3 points and a 14-10 game.
So the Bills pull the deficit to 4 points. Early in the 3rd quarter, both defenses dominated, and the teams exchanged 4 punts. We rejoin play with under 5 minutes remaining in the quarter. Cincinnati have the ball at Buffalo's 40-yard line. It's 1st down and 10.
Good throw. Jim Riggs, the tight end, bounced by Leonard Smith at the 36.
Dick, an interesting innovation on the sideline for Buffalo. They only had 8 defensive players on the field. They had 3 of their guys standing over there amongst a group, and when they could figure out who was on the field for Cincinnati, Walt Corey sent in the rest of his defense. Now, the one danger in that, what if they snap the football and you're 8 against 11?
Yeah, they didn't say about too few men on the field, did they?
That's right. Well, defensively, I guess you could play with 3 if you wanted to.
Second and 7, Nicky Woods. Inside the 35 to the 33, a gain of 3. 3rd and 4.
The defenses have really taken charge here in this second half. Very nice play from the backside by Art Still. Saw him make a sack here in the second half, and he made a good backside pursuit play on Nicky Woods, who was trying to cut back against the grain on that play.
Tim McGee to the right, Chris Collinsworth to the left. Double tight end with Brooks in the backfield. Brooks. And those happy feet don't get very far. Darryl Talley spearheading the defensive charge.
We talked about Shane Conlon's problems with that foot. Let's see how he is using his talents here. Max Montoya. Boy, you can feel the pain in that foot as you watch him try and plant it and get going. You see him heading for the sideline. Boy, I tell you, it's tough to play when you can't drive off of one of those feet.
The Bills defense has stopped Cincinnati again. Turk Schoenert is in the game. They line up in punt formation and they fake it. First down, Cincinnati. Stanley Wilson runs it up the middle. Now that'll be a play that we'll want to mark. Could be a key one in the second half.
They had Schoenert go in at one of the up back positions up on the line. He just slides in under the quarterback. And of course they've got big people in there. There's Munoz, a lot of the regular offensive line in, and they made it easily.
Picked up about 6 yards. And now are in field goal range. James Brooks to the 21-yard line, leaving a wake of Buffalo tacklers behind him. Still, and Conlon finally got him to the ground.
Sam White is always innovative. I guess maybe he's offering some other things. He said, well, you're going to legislate against the attack offense. What about this? You're going to legislate against this?
Well, he is an ingenious guy, and I think he's good for the game. He's going to make all the coaches think about a better way to accomplish. Ickey Woods. And he's stopped by Smith and Smurlus. It's going to be close to another first down, however. See that ponytail of Ickey Woods. We asked him about it. He said that he really feels it has something to do with the Samson strength. He needs the long hair. His best years have come when he's had plenty of hair.
Well, he had it when he was in high school. They made him cut it off when he first got to UNLV, and they didn't let him wear it until he was a senior. And it was as a senior that he finally got a chance to start. Exploded on the national scene, led the nation as a rusher. The number 2 pick here, their top pick. And he has had a remarkable season. In fact, many people feel that he should have been a Rookie of the Year.
And one of those is John Stevens, who won it. And he was awarded before the game today, the running back for the New England Patriots. He was quoted here in Cincinnati saying he thought Woods should have won it. An act of modesty on the part of the fine young man in New England. It's short of the first down. Third and about a foot. To the 10-yard line. And he came close to taking that one all the way to the end zone. Sherman Cockcroft in the deep secondary finally dragged him down.
Against this Buffalo defense, they have really simplified the running game. They're running that off-tackle play, and they're cutting back off the same play, and they're not doing a whole lot besides that. And look what they've been able to do. Well, that's Buffalo's numbers there. 27 points in the third quarter, best in the NFL. Well, they're in danger of giving some up right now.
Full 10 yards to go for Cincinnati. And they get 5 on the throw to the tight end Holman. Nate Odoms, 37. Pushed him out of bounds.
Let's watch Rodney Holman. Just a quick move inside as if to block. Sprinting to the sideline. Odoms a little late breaking on the ball. But you pick up 5 with that play. A situation where Buffalo, I believe, was expecting the run.
Holman lines up on the right side. Double tight end, Riggs on the left. Woods hit in the backfield and dropped. Shane Conlon shooting through, and he makes a big play for the Bills. And a flag is down over in the corner where Tim McGee and Derek Burrows have been going at it most of this quarter as McGee trying to block Burrows, and Burrows retaliating. Let's see the call.
We have a personal foul, disqualification on number 29 defense.
Not only a personal foul, but they have thrown Burrows out of the game. What a costly penalty. And I think you're probably right. I think there was a retaliation there, but you can't be dumb in a game like this. You can't help your team from the sideline.
It was well away from the play as McGee trying to block Burrows, and he must have thrown a punch, a forearm, thrown out of the game. Marv Levy loses his starting cornerback and is penalized as well.
Not only that, but it's going to nullify a brilliant play by Shane Conlon. Here's the end of that play. Let's see if McGee starts the action here. There's the push. Not a hit, and throw him out of the game. Throw him out of the game.
And McGee, that was a legal block. He's allowed to use his hand. He wasn't doing anything extraordinary there. Doesn't mean that something else hasn't happened earlier. But you don't see that very often.
There have been a lot of things happen earlier, Dick, but you can't justify what Derek Burrows did there, not to throw a forearm at the guy's head.
It's a first down, I believe, that goes with that on the personal foul.
Automatic.
So it'll be first and goal at the 4-yard line.
Automatic, half the distance to the goal.
That is a huge play.
Just as Shane Conlon steps up, gives you a great play defensively. You do something stupid. You lose a starting cornerback. You give the other team a first down. Big turnaround.
Wayne Davis, who grew up here in Cincinnati, replaces him at the corner. Ickey Woods. And he's down at the 1-yard line. Nate Odom submarining, and the final seconds tick away. That is the end of the third quarter of this AFC Championship.
Well, I can't believe the officials threw Derek Burrows out of the game. Yeah, it's a penalty and 15 yards, but this is football, and that's why they wear helmets. Well, while the teams change ends in Cincinnati, let's go back to Chicago. And with 3 minutes left in the half, Kevin Butler came into the game to attempt a 25-yard field goal. It goes through, it's good for 3, and Chicago get on the score. It's 14-3, 49ers. Now let's go back to Cincinnati.
Second and goal at the 1-yard line. First play, fourth quarter. Woods fouls in. He's shuffling over Buffalo again. Boy, you have to feel for that young man, Derek Burrows.
Some of the most important lessons in life are very painful, Dick.
Jim Breach tacks on the extra point, and aided by a rare, severe personal foul ejection call against Derek Burrows, the Bengal drive continues and results in a 1-yard touchdown, his second of the game for Ickey Woods, and it's now Cincinnati 21, Buffalo 10.
As we look back at this game, that single play with the two sides of it may well have been the turning point of this game. The ejection, the big play that was nullified, it leads directly to this touchdown for Cincinnati, and a hollow, bitter feeling for Derek Burrows.
So Cincinnati go ahead by 11, and 2 possessions later we join the Bills at their own 22-yard line with a first down and 10.
From the 23, Kelly, everyone covered. And now Kelly too covered, but gets away to Rob Riddick. A fine catch by Riddick at the 28, a gain of 5. Kelly, and the Bills are hungry for a first down here in the second half.
They have had their troubles. Look at the field position first. Boy, that's awful field position, and they have not been able to do anything with it. Not a single first down here in the second half.
Trumaine Johnson, and he just did step out of bounds at the 45. Everyone just stopped for a moment. Some suspended action. Johnson almost danced down the sidelines for a score.
Kelly in a hurry-up mode, and this is how he hurt Cincinnati in the earlier game this year. We mentioned that they got back within 7 points just as they started the fourth quarter of that game after being down 21-0.
Lots of time. He dumps it off to Harmon. And Ronnie Harmon. Finally pulled down by Wilcott from one side. And Ricky Dixon in on the play as well.
Teams that have hurt the Cincinnati defense during the year did one of two things. Either they were able to control the football by running. Buffalo has not been able to do that today, or they were going out of a spread situation, spreading the defense and attacking.
So Riddick out of bounds with a first down. And in fact, in that game earlier this year here at Riverfront Stadium, when the Bengals led 28-7 in the second half, Bills made a good comeback, and it was out of that short punt or the spread offense, and in fact were within a touchdown and had the ball deep in Cincinnati territory and by the tie.
Maybe very upset is saying that something is wrong on the clock. Something is wrong with the clock. Levy pointing to the clocks in the stadium and saying there's something wrong.
One thing apparent for Levy and the Bills, there is plenty of time left, 8.5 minutes. Again, Gene Barth explaining to the crowd, but his microphone not working for us.
8:48, please.
And now it is.
Isn't it magic? Now we know. Move that clock back and get it to the right time. Marv Levy's saying, hey, this is tough enough to have to play the Bengals here at home. We don't need to have to play with a clock that's not going to work in our favor, or at least work fairly.
6 defensive backs on first down. Kelly. What a throw to Riddick, and he's out of bounds with a first down inside the 20 at the 18. Threw it right over Leo Barker.
What a nice play by Kelly. He realized he was going to have to wait, and that's the same kind of touch pass that we saw Esiason throw earlier. Beautiful throw by Kelly.
21-10. Cincinnati leads Buffalo in the fourth quarter. 8:35. 8:35 now left to go.
He's still mad about the clock. He's saying, come on, you got the clock wrong again.
It was running while the play went out of bounds.
This has been the most explosive drive of the day for the Buffalo Bills offense, and certainly the only window they have had at all in this second half.
And they used 13 seconds on the play. Kelly just misses connections with Ronnie Harmon, who thought he was pushed before the throw.
It looked to me like he was bumped by Ray Horton, number 20. And Levy again saying they're not working the clock properly.
11 seconds used on that incomplete pass. That seemed to be more time than it actually took to run, that's for sure.
Did not take a long time.
Please reset the game clock at 8:29. 8:29. Incomplete forward pass.
That's he's saying when it's incomplete, you stop that clock.
8:29.
You do not let it run.
They may have be making up for the play before as well, because certainly it took more than 1 second. It was 8:30 at the start of that play, but it seemed like they'd let it run a little bit the play before as well.
We're having trouble with the game clock. Please shut it down, and we'll keep it on the field till it's corrected. Please shut the game clock down. We'll keep the time on the field.
Well, that's one way to solve the problem. At least solve the problem on the field. Might create one for the folks watching at home and the folks here in the stadium.
Second down play. Over the middle, incomplete. Chris Burkett slammed into by Solomon Wilcott. It'll be 3rd and 10. And now Buffalo trying to convert its first third down in 10 tries. Clock continues to run, but it's not a factor.
Please shut down the game clock. It's confusing to the players. It's inaccurate. Please shut the clock down. The official time is 8:23. The clock is malfunctioning. Please turn it off. It's confusing to the players.
Third and 10 was the challenge for Buffalo.
And I'm not sure that the clock on the scoreboard can be turned off. You perhaps have to turn off the whole scoreboard to get it to shut down. Well, that's the stat you referred to. They need one here.
Going deep. And almost intercepted by Eric Thomas, who had excellent position on Andre Reed.
Solomon Wilcots, the other defender there. Andre Reed, the prime receiver in difficult situations during this season for Joe Kelly. For Kelly, right at the center of your screen there. A little fast fake, driving deep. Thomas, man for man. You'll see Wilcots coming over to help on this situation right there. Ooh. Boy, I'll tell you, it's just you get so close and yet so very far. Fourth down, they're going.
Kelly into the end zone, intercepted by David Fulcher. And now at Riverfront Stadium with around 8 minutes to go, the best of friends are talking about Miami. It's that way, south, due south.
That interception allowed the Bengals to run down the clock, and they retained the ball until the celebrating started.
Oh, Sam caught him. Sam caught him. He's getting set. Oh, it's a war. It's a Gatorade war on the sideline.
One more snap, and this one will then be over. This is it. The Cincinnati Bengals were the last team to lose in the regular season. They won their first 6. They're the last AFC team to lose in the total season. AFC champions. En route to Miami in the Super Bowl. 21-10 over Buffalo.
So it's the Bengals who will represent the AFC in Super Bowl 23. But who will they face? We return to Chicago after this break.
On a Royal Caribbean cruise, we take care of everything. Fly you from your local airport to the Caribbean, cruise you around exotic islands, and fly you home. Pick up a Royal Caribbean brochure and we'll guide you around paradise.
Barbican, alcohol-free.
What do you think?
Who are they trying to fool?
At Courts Furnishing Stores and Courts Mama Superstore's biggest ever winter sale, there are huge reductions in all departments. Superb upholstery savings, 3-piece suites from under £300 to over £1,200. Big bargains in beds and bedrooms with divan sets from under £40 to over £400. Dining sets and wall units from under £100 to over £1,000. And a dazzling range of carpets, all at sale prices. Save in style at Courts Winter Sale at Courts Furnishing Stores and Courts Mama Superstores. On now.
What shall I do with all the money people were sweet enough to give me for Christmas? Especially now the interest rates are so high.
Make a beeline for N&P or call free on 0800 400 411.
wave hit Britain.
Norman must have been about 6 when his mother first suspected he'd go into insurance.
Why the coat, Norman?
You never know, Mother.
And so it continued right throughout his boyhood.
Aren't you being a little overcautious, Norman?
He always seemed to know. Not unnaturally, Norman ended up working for us at Sun Alliance, one of the country's largest insurance companies. Over the years, we've listened to Norman a lot.
When a customer has their television stolen, we should replace it ourselves. Not fiddle around with checks and things.
Good idea, Norman.
And if someone's car needs repairing, let's get the garage to do the job and send us the bill direct. No need for estimates.
There are thousands of Normans and Normas at Sun Alliance. People with the happy knack of knowing just what you need.
Hi, son. Well done. That's good thinking.
Sun Alliance, the place where Norman works.
Hey, if we'd have bought at Lump Polly, we'd have saved £30 on our holiday.
Get away.
Table 4. They get £60 off their holiday with Lamb Polly. Get away.
Psst, these two got £100 off their holiday with Nampoli. Get away.
Yes, at Lump Polly we discount every holiday we sell with only £20 to pay now.
Get away.
Get away for less with Lampoli.